This video is going to cover the signing and striping sheets in accordance with the plans reading class. Here's an example of a signing sheet. You can see that we have signs out here on this sheet. This is an actual sheet that's been used. You see your north arrow. You're going to get your scale down here. You're going to get a legend talking about what's on the signing sheet. You'll have all your signs that we're going to use. Now this is different signing than what we talked about. The other signing was traffic control signing. This is signing as in like Bagnell Dam Lake of the Ozark sign, or the other Bagnell Dam Lake of the Ozark sign. You also see existing signs, and they'll either list them and use in place like this one, or they'll be removed by others and they'll list it out there. So there's a sign out here, Majestic Oaks Campground. It's going to be removed by others. So anyway, this is a nice example of a signing sheet. A striping sheet or pavement marking sheet example. Here's another good one off of the same project. You can see you got your north arrow. Always have that. You always have your scale. And the way the scale works is the scale of the drawing is the first number, 0 to 50. So it's a 50 scale drawing. You have your delineator legend down here, and you also have your striping legend. So wherever you've got that. Now, a lot of times they're called out, but you do have your legend. You can see it's called out on your pavement marking, 6-inch solid white, 6-inch intermittent white. So this is a good example of another striping sheet. Okay, so to see the highway signing and pavement markings, you go to EPG 903 for the highway signing, and for the pavement marking, you go to EPG 620 and get information on that. That's where that's located. Here's another sign here that's dashed, meaning that it's existing sign, and it tells us that they're going to use this in place with the UIP. Got some new signs down here, Little Brennan Road and to Emerson Road. Tells you the size of the sign and where they're located. Okay, signing sheets contain all new signs marking their location by station, existing signs with their location, and any special requirements such as use in place or remove. New signs will be detailed with a front view, standard sign designation, and size. New signs will be numbered for referencing to sign assembly tables, sign section, etc. Quantities to be shown in quantities table sometimes can be listed as lump sum if accompanied by the JSP again. And it's also controlled by the MUTSID, the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices. The sign types that we use on our Missouri roadways: regulatory. We kind of went over this in the earlier chapter. Regulatory, warning, those were in that. We have memorial signs, service sign, conventional road guide signs, dynamic message signs, freeway expression and expressway, freeway and expressway, recreational and cultural interest area, and tourist orientated directional. And all the EPG numbers are out here, so you could go look those up. Here's a signing section sheets, and they're used to show the details of a sign assembly and placement. What they're really good for is you want to know the height of the post that you're using. Okay, so these typically show it, and you can see the cross section view here. So they're looking at the cross section of the sign. You got the existing ground coming in, and you see where these footings are going to go, and then the length of the post that it needs. Okay, so that's a good use for that. Over here, it's got some more detailed stuff, the height of the sign. So here's the post length over here. This is the minimum length that they need for the sign, and it's all again in that MUTSID. So sign section sheets contain details showing elevation view for all ground mounted signs, cross sections needed to determine post heights. Each detail is labeled with a number and a sign of the sign, the station that is located at, and the location relative to the travelway, either right, left, or in the median. Okay, edge of pavement and edge of shoulders are shown. Dimensions of signs are shown. Type and size of the signpost and any other dimension necessary for specific sign assemblies are shown. There are also other sheets out here. We have some tabulation sheets. We have a D sheets, and if you go to section 900, you can find it. Tabulation sheets of D29, D30, D31, D32s, and design D32s, the cantilever and butterfly box trusses, and for D33 you have overhead span box trusses and tubular trusses at D34 sheets. So there's all kinds of other sheets. Striping sheets, or pavement markings, show how final pavement markings should be applied. So see the EPG 620 for types of pavement marking, controlled by the MoDOT as well. And in this example, you can see how they've got it all called out. You got your 24-inch stop bar, type 2 preform pavement marking tape. Arrow points out to here, here, and here. So that's where those three are going to go. You also see that there's 6-inch solid white epoxy pavement markings going in this area. So all these stripings and pavement markings, they're called out. Okay, even the arrows will be called out. Okay, pavement marking sheets, what they contain are where the striping is to be located, what type of striping is to be used, any special provisions for specific striping locations. Typically will include a legend and a scale bar as well as the north arrow. Roundabout markings, and you can check MoDOT Chapter 3C on the roundabout markings, and quantities to be shown in quantities table. Sometimes can be listed as lump sum, again if it's accompanied by the JSP. And MoDOT standard plans can be used on other projects, and you can check 620 on pavement marking, 620.00N, or 620.10G for temporary pavement marking. And that concludes, let's see, I think I got one more slide. I don't know. Let me go back. That concludes that section.